Go frost yourself. Well, 'tis the season to bling yourself out, sister. In my opinion, accessories bring the absolute outfit A-game. So I've put together 4 looks using pre-loved pretties from my store, OPSHOPULENCE.com, and I know they are going to get your brain ticking for the holidays. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Faye, and we talk all things thrift, vintage, sustainable fashion, or what I like to call OPSHOPULENCE. So that means we take secondhand, we reinvent it, we rethink it, we reimagine it, and we turn it into first class chic. OPSHOPULENCE is my book, it's my reason for being, it's how I believe that fashion should be, and I have an online store where I sell predominantly pre-loved accessories, really unique, one-of-a-kind finds. I am obsessed with accessories. I think they are the cherry on top of a great outfit and a really cool way to express your personal style. No matter your age, size, shape, gender, accessories are for everybody. So I feel like I'm definitely the girl to help you with some festive frosting. All right, let's not mess about, let's get into it. Okay, look number 1 definitely has a little bit of a moody Gothic feel, and also a little bit 1920s. But this is what I love about accessories, is that one piece can really take you on a trip and inspire you to style a piece of clothing in a completely different way that maybe you wouldn't think of for the style of the garment, or maybe something that you haven't really tried before. So the base piece of this look is a beautiful 100% silk knee-length dress. It's got a really interesting style to it. The fabric design, the print, almost looks a little bit spiderwebby, so it would be great for Halloween time, but it also has a bit of a marble effect to it. But what I love about this dress is the unique design of it. So it's got a drop waist, which is very 1920s, and yet the sleeves have a bit of a bohemian feel. So there's a lot going on in this dress. It has a waist tie, but something I love to do is use an accessory piece like that as a scarf. I have turned it into like a choker scarf and brought each piece down the front, and then that's become the beginning of my necklace stack. So I love to stack. I stack my earrings, I stack my bracelets, I stack my necklaces, I stack my rings. I think it makes for a really interesting statement, particularly with necklaces. The scarf or the belt was my first piece. And then these necklaces are really interesting. They've got tassel and fringing element to them, which is a big trend at the moment. I feel like it's just such a timeless look as well. It definitely leans into the bohemian. I was just going to use the silver pieces. Oh, and there's a little crucifix there as well, which definitely leans into the Gothic vibe. Contemplated a belt, but I really wanted to let the drop waist be the star of the show. So then I added in another necklace, which really has that 1920s feel to it. It's all beautiful crystal beads, and it's got a lovely like tassel piece on the end, and it's so long. So I think it really complements the drop waist and the other tassel necklace. I went for just simple, chic, sheer black stockings and a really beautiful pointy toe strappy heel, and then my bag has a bit of an edge to it as well. It's a mock croc patent, and it's got a really cool chain strap, which I feel picks up the chain in the neck piece. I think this look is great for the festive season because it's really leaning into those silvers, whites and blacks. Classic, but it's definitely got that festive, blingy edge to it. And then with a pop of red lipstick, chef's kiss. And when you pick a color palette, you can really play around with texture and contrast with your accessories. You can blend different ideas, but because it's all in the same tone, to me, it looks cohesive. It feels like it really makes sense. It's chic, it's elevated, but you're definitely not going to look like anyone else. Something I talk a lot about here on my channel is the concept of designer DNA. And for look number 2, this is really living and breathing that concept. And what kicked it off was the beautiful gold cross that I found. It's gorgeous, really weighty, really good quality. It's a really beautiful high grade piece. So as soon as I saw it, it instantly took me to Dolce Gabbana. So then I knew I had to play with this dress that I also found, made in Italy, 100% cotton, which is rare for a dress like this. It's got such a Dolce vibe. It's very Dolce coded. The shoestring straps, the cups, the fitted silhouette, the just above the knee, it's so Dolce. So I wanted to really play with that, but because it is quite fitted and showy, I wanted to kind of add a bit of a masculine element to it by teaming it with an oversized black blazer. 100% wool, beautiful satin lapel, and the other hero of the show here are the brooches. I am a big brooch girl, and I love to stack them as well. So we're talking about stacking rings, necklaces. I'll stack the brooches as well, because I think when you've got such a lot of black and the jacket is oversized, that gold really anchors it. It makes it pop. It makes it unique, because you can pick brooches that you resonate with. You can play around with different textures, different little icons. Like I've got a snail on there, I've got a music note, I've got a couple of great vintage pieces, a horseshoe and a ballroom dancing plaque from the early 2000s. Mix it up and play around with it. It adds a fantastic one-of-a-kind quirk. I've been known to completely encrust my jackets with brooches because I have a lot of brooches. And I think this is something so perfect for the festive season. It's that amazing amount of frosting that you can add to any jacket and you're really going to shine. The only other element that I added to the neck area, because I really wanted that gold cross to pop, and of course we've got the brooches, was a velvet choker with a rosette on it, also very Dolce coated. Same stockings and heels, just really simple, some nice curls, a classic black bag. And this is perfect for a Christmas party. It's perfect for a dinner, drinks with the girls over the holidays. It's so stylish, but it really leans into making you feel like you're wearing Dolce Gabbana. So think about the pieces of jewelry that you have and how you could tweak them and style them in a way that's going to give you a designer aesthetic. Trust me, you'll be breaking hearts and giving people whiplash. I couldn't do an accessories video without talking about the wonder that is a scarf, particularly a silk scarf. I am always on the lookout for beautiful silk pieces for my store, OPSHOPULENCE.com, and I cannot get over this divine scarf. First of all, it's huge. Second of all, the silk is silking. It is absolutely divine to the touch. Thirdly, the imagery. It's a beautiful Japanese scene, and the more you look, the more you see. Gorgeous blue tones, whites and gold, but I wanted to do something different. Because of the size of this scarf, you can really play around with turning it into a top. And there are so many great videos on social media that will give you ideas for restyling scarves. This is one that I just picked up recently, and once I get myself a little strapless crop top, I'll definitely do a DIY video for you. But just to kind of break it down, I'll play the video that inspired me so you can see how she does it. Tie it in a knot around your waist and make sure it's inside out, so the print is inside, because you're going to bring it up over your body. You're going to bring it up over one side, and then you're going to wrap it around your neck and tie it on the other side. Now hers is a lot longer. My scarf is more of a square shape. Hers is obviously a rectangle shape, but I've just pinned it with a little safety pin. And I absolutely love how this has turned out. I think this would be perfect if you're spending the holidays somewhere by the beach, by the water. This is giving me Greece, it's giving me Santorini, it's giving me Morocco. We're coming into the summer here in Australia, even though we're still having chilly nights. It's strange weather. But I know a lot of you watching are going into the colder months, so you could definitely put a blazer over this, like I have here, just to show you. This is a beautiful 100% wool navy blue blazer with gorgeous gold hardware, which picks up the bling on the neck, and let's talk about that. So again, I've done my waterfall effect. I've got a two-tone choker piece to start just underneath the mock neck that I've created. Below that is one of my brooch necklaces, and that little O brooch is removable. It's also a Sarah Coventry brooch. I think that's how you pronounce the surname. I'm not sure if they're still being made now. They're quite rare to find, so that's a gorgeous one. I've added it to a link chain and then a longer matching link chain. So you can play around with that. You can take the brooch off, put it on something else. But I love me a brooch necklace. I also really like them on a choker piece as well, and you can do like multiple brooches. Looks really cool. And then I've added a couple more sort of like endless vacation resort style pieces. So we've got some fringing and tassels in there. We've got a little bit of beading, and I think the drop style of that and how it just hits my pearl belt just looks really fantastic. I love it with the oversized jeans and just a sandal, and then the orange shades, another great accessory for me. Sunglasses are the best. Hair up to really show off that neckline and all of the jewels. And I think this is such a perfect festive season outfit, more casual, more relaxed, but you're still super put together, very chic and unique. And we love that. And you can see how the accessories have really made this come to life. And what I loved about putting together all of these looks was I really just let it unfold. So as I was styling the pieces, I just kind of let the accessories tell me what they wanted to do. And I really just played around until I landed on something that really felt just right. Definitely blingy, definitely festive, but still elegant, timeless, and super chic. I am definitely having a moment with tribal chunky jewelry, and fashion is as well. I'm seeing a lot of this in high fashion, and I've talked about it in previous videos. So for look number 4, I wanted to play around with some more stunning tribal pieces that I have found for OPSHOPULENCE.com recently. I think the key here is classic black. You cannot go wrong. But the fun twist here is that I wanted to challenge myself to use something from my husband's wardrobe. So I pulled out his oversized black shorts, and I just wanted to really see how much I could flip them on their head. And this was really about me feeling like, you know, I wear black pants all the time, but I don't have the perfect black skirt yet. I'm still hunting. So I was like, what can I do differently? I've done my black pants, I've done black slip dresses before. I want a different silhouette. I want to challenge myself. So that's what I did with my hubby's shorts. And I really like the mixing of ideas and genders here and genres, and leaning into the designer DNA again. My inspiration here was one of my all-time favorite inspirations, which is Jean-Paul Gaultier, particularly 90s JPG. That silhouette that he had in the 90s is still very coded in his brand now. He really leans into a lot of different genres, ethnicities, genders. He blends them all and it makes for such an interesting aesthetic. So that's what I wanted to do with this. And when you have those foundational pieces, just simple black shorts or a skirt, whatever you choose, and a classic bodysuit that's got some great structure to it. I love the shoulder pads in this and the high neck. That's definitely something that I love to wear. Exhibit A. So then it could allow the accessories to really pop. My first piece is a little vintage Nina Ricci pendant. So cute. Gold plated, little diamantes, tiny little heart, very femme. And then I love the juxtaposition of it paired with these more dynamic, strong pieces. So we've got a beautiful beaded and brass medallion. It's such a heavy piece. It's absolutely gorgeous. That was my next element in this neck party. Then another gorgeous beaded and shell piece. And I love the pieces on this. It's almost got like being dipped in gold. They kind of look a little bit like feathers as well. I just love the aesthetic of that. I'm a big one for mixing metals, and so I've got a silver leaf popping out underneath. I love how long this piece is, and I think it just sits beautifully in that waterfall effect on the bodysuit. And even though I'm wearing a red dress, which is very festive, I like the idea of creating festive outfits that are not so obvious, that are not so Christmas coded. And that's what I wanted to do with this. So I think the festive season is definitely a time to have more fun, to be bold, to experiment, to add lots of bling and shine and wow factor, but do it in a way that it's not so Christmassy, if you know what I mean. This is a no tinsel zone. Bangle stack, I've got a beautiful bottle green, olive green resin piece, a metal piece with skulls on it, which I feel like leans into the tribal aesthetic or a little bit voodoo vibes. And then a really nice cream piece that I feel like picks up some of the cream beads in the necklaces. I've got a men's belt, which is my favorite belt, and I've got my initials embossed in that, and I've looped it to give it a really cool polished effect over the shorts. And then I've added my killer heels, which I think is a great contrast between masculine and feminine. Hair up, some very JPG coated glasses. They're also a little bit Celine. And then the bag, divine. She's giving 1920s, but I think she's probably Y2K. The beading on this, divine. And I love how unexpected a piece like this is with this outfit. And that's what I love to do. I like to create things that just give you this one-of-a-kind quirk. It's very blingy, it's very frosty, it's very festive, but it's done in the OPSHOPULENCE way. So I really challenge you to think about how you could frost yourself for the festive season, but do it in a way that's uniquely you. Play with some interesting textures, mix some genres, mix genders. Try restyling things in different ways. Scarves as tops. You could also use scarves to create skirts. You could wrap them around your wrist with bling and more bangles. You can put them on your head, of course. You can add them to the handle of a bag. So have a think about the bling that you've got at home and how you could really flip it on its head. You could add in some designer DNA to give you a very elevated, high fashion aesthetic. And trust me, you will be wowing everybody this festive season. If you liked anything that you saw today, definitely check out OPSHOPULENCE.com. Most of the pieces that you've seen in this video will be up on my site and available to purchase. I would love your support as I'm building my small business Like, comment, subscribe. This channel is community supported, so I would absolutely love to hear from you, and I would love to connect and bring you more content. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video inspiring. I hope it's got your brain ticking for the festive season. Leave your thoughts below. Which look was your favorite? What are you gonna wear for the festive season? How are you going to frost yourself? All right, loves, I'll see you soon for the next one. Bye.